Hello everybody, my name is Stijn Brettinga. I'm an inside sales engineer for Channel here at Jamf. Today we're going to have a look at customer remediation with Jamf Protect and Jamf Pro. Let's start off by having a short look at our product portfolio. You might have heard of Jamf Pro, which is our greatest success story and allows you to manage your Apple ecosystem. At the top we have Jamf Connect, and with Jamf Connect your users can connect to their Mac in the safest and most modern way possible using your own cloud environment. Jamf Protect makes sure your macOS endpoints are secure and stay that way. Because it was built purposely for macOS, it's easy to deploy, manage, and respects the end user. Although today we're going to focus mainly on Jamf Protect, let's have a look what our other products have to offer when it comes to keeping your macOS devices secure. Starting with Jamf Protect on top, to our industry-leading MDM solution Jamf Pro, and finally Jamf Connect that lets your users log into their Mac with a cloud account. And let's have a look at what Jamf Protect actually detects. Of course we have our signature detection, which uses a database containing file hashes, code signing and Yara rules. And customers are also able to add their own file hashes and signing information into the signature detection database. But we also understand that the signature detection database alone is not a completely reliable identifier. This is where analytics come into play. An analytic is a rule that detects a threat or unwanted behavior on macOS computers and are central to security in Jamf Protect. Jamf has both built-in analytics and custom analytics where you can customize the way Jamf Protect responds to threats based on your personal needs. And when you combine Jamf Protect with Jamf Pro, you can easily create custom remediation workflows. That's what we're going to have a look at today. So let's have a look what custom remediation using Jamf Protect and Jamf Pro actually means. Today we'll be setting up a custom end-user notification, but you can use the same principle to deploy out anything to the end user. You remember that we talked about using analytics to detect certain user behavior? When one of the Jamf Protect analytics makes a detection, we use that to trigger an action in Jamf Pro. This will usually be deploying a policy to the affected device. We'll start by setting up the API connection between Jamf Protect and Jamf Pro. This is not necessary for the remediation part, but will help us deploy Jamf Protect from Jamf Pro. Now when Jamf Protect Analytics detects something, we fill an extension attribute and sync this to Jamf Pro. Jamf Pro then pushes out a script or program to remediate. In this case, we'll send out a script to notify the end user. But enough slides, let's have a look at how we can achieve all this using Jamf Pro and Jamf Protect in a live demo. So today we're going to connect our Jamf Protect instance to Jamf Pro and then create a remediation in Jamf Pro using the extension attribute, a smart group, and a nice open source tool we'll be looking at later. Let's start with the part in Jamf Protect. So we have a brand new tenant setup. I can agree to the user license, of course. So let's begin by creating an API key. We'll go to API clients, create an API client. We'll call it Jamf Pro test setup for now. We'll save it. Okay, so this is the password. This will only be showed once. So I'm just going to copy that in my file just to be safe. Alright, so here we have the client ID, we have the password, and we have the Jamf Protect API URL. So this is the data we're going to need later to set up our connection from Jamf Pro to Jamf Protect. Now, let's continue by creating a plan. There's already a default plan included. We could use this one for now, but for the fun of it, let's create a new plan. I'll call it Jamf Pro Test again. We'll use a default action. And that should be about it. We'll include all the analytics. And what we're going to do is set up the connection now from Jamf Pro to Jamf Protect. In Jamf Pro, we'll go to the settings icon, then we'll go to Jamf Protect, and then we can simply click Begin Registration. So now we'll need some of that info that we looked at earlier. So we'll go back to API clients. Then we have the client ID here. Just click on it. So here we have the Jamf Protect API URL. We'll copy that, paste it in here. Then we also have the client ID. That's this one. And the password, remember we copied that earlier because we only show it once. And if you don't save it, you need to create a new one. All right. Click register. And it's done. Click sync. And now, as you see, we have our newly created Jamf Pro test plan and also the included default plan already synced into Jamf Pro. And we can even click this little icon. First, you need to click edit. Click this little icon, and now automatically, as soon as we deploy one of these plans, the Jamf Protect PKG installer, whatever you want to call it, is also installed on the Mac that you're scoping the profile to. So that's very, very easy and very convenient. So basically now the connection has been set up between Jamf Pro and Jamf Protect. So it just took a few seconds. Let's take a look at the next steps. So we've set up the API. We've created a plan. And now we're going to add the extension attribute. So the extension attribute makes sure that we get a detection in Jamf Pro as soon as there's a detection in Jamf Protect. So we can fill, for example, a smart group as soon as we detect something in Jamf Protect. And then from Jamf Pro, we can remediate, or like today, we're going to show a pop-up to the end user that they know there's been a detection or that something is not completely right. Okay, let's create an extension attribute. We're going to go to settings again. We're going to go to extension attributes. So there's a built-in extension attribute. So there's a template available. Just going to search for Protect. And the extension attribute we need is Jamf Protect Smart Groups. Just click on it. You can leave the name as this or change it, whatever you'd like. You don't need to edit it. And now it has been created. And now in Jamf Pro, if we go, for example, to a smart group, or something like this, criteria, show advanced, Jamf Protect Smart Group. So this is the extension attribute that we just created a few moments ago. And using this, we can fill the smart group as soon as Jamf Protect detects something. Okay, of course we need to have some value here. So for that we need to go back to Jamf Protect, and we can choose one of the analytics to want to create a value for. So we go to the analytics. As today is just a test, we're gonna test it with the hash analytics. Let's try the hash dump. So the hash dump is when someone tries to decrypt local encrypted data on your Mac, basically, which of course can be malicious. Okay, we'll just go to update actions. We'll just turn these on as well, and this one is important. Add to Jamf Pro Smart Group. So this is the identifier that we're going to need to enter in the smart group that we just created in Jamf Pro. So as soon as there's a hash dump detected, Jamf Protect fills an extension attribute with this identifier. Then in Jamf Pro, the smart group automatically gets filled with the specific device. And then we can control what actions Jamf Pro needs to take. So hash dump, save it, go back into Jamf Pro. Operator is, well, hash dump. It's very simple. All right, so let's show this in our dashboard. We're getting there. So now we've set up the connection with the API. We've set up the extension attribute. We've set up the smart group. What else can we do? Let's have a look at the IBM notification app that we're going to use today to show the notification to the end user. So this is a very cool open source application developed by IBM. You can use it to show notifications to the end users. Let's have a look at the wiki. They have a few screenshots. And we're going to use this today to create a script in Jamf Pro to show a notification as soon as Jamf Protect detects something. For this, I've used one of the script examples we're going to have a look at later. First, let's download the app. Let's go to the releases, and we're going to create a quick package from it. Okay, just download it. Then we're going to go to Composer. Just drag it as a source. Build it as PKG. You see that the app is in here. Change this. Just save to the desktop. And then we can upload it as a package. In Jamf Pro. Alright, so now the package has been added. We can just quickly create a policy to install it. Well, that's basically it. So basically what we're just doing there, this can be installed on every Mac if you'd like, or you can also do it when something is detected, but it might take a little longer then. This will just install the IBM notification app. So the app is installed. What we can do now is create a remediation policy. So for that to do, we need to first create a script. So there's a script that they have on their website. If you go back to the wiki, they have some script examples that you can basically copy and paste. I've took this script and I've added just a few variables so we can use it in the Jamf Pro script section. So here's the script. I changed it a little bit. Let's copy this. So first we check the current user. We set the path for the IBM notifier app, and then we set some variables. And here you see the output command we're going to use later. And it's something that we can configure in Jamf Pro once we've set up the policy. So we go to Jamf Pro, we'll go to Scripts, New, IBM Notifier script, just paste it in. At the end, by the way, this is important, we remove the extension attribute and we do a recon, because if we don't remove the extension attribute, the device would remain in the smart group. And then of course, yeah, if there would be like a second or a third detection, the device would no longer send the notification to the user, because it would not be re-added into the smart group, but it would just remain in the same smart group. So that's important to have in your script if you're creating something for yourself. Here in the script we have a few variables that we use. This makes it very easy to use the same script with different analytics in Jamf Protect. So let's have a look and fill these up. So an image. So this is the title of the pop-up we're going to show. This is the title of the screen that the user is going to see. This is basically the text that we can show to the user. A button with also some text, and a custom image we can load. Let's save that up. All right. Now I guess we're almost done, but there's one thing we still need to do. So let's go back to settings, and then we go back to let's have a look at Jamf Protect. So as you remember, we automatically sync these plans from Jamf Protect, but as you see, we still need to scope them, of course. So let's go into one of these profiles, and then we can scope it to a specific computer for now. Let's do test air again. All right, all done. So now we automatically install this configuration profile on that scope Mac. And we even add the PKG for Jamf Protect on the background. All right, now I think we have everything set up. Let's have a quick look what we've just done. So we've set up the API key in Jamf Protect. We've created a plan in Jamf Protect. We've added the extension attribute name to the analytic. So that's in this case the hash dump. You can add as many as you'd like, of course. Then in Jamf Pro, we've added the connection to Jamf Protect with the generated API key. We've synced the configuration profiles, added the predefined extension attribute from the template. Then we've created the smart group. We've created a package for the IBM Notifications app, a very nice open source tool provided by IBM. We've created the notification script with a few of those variables that we just showed you. And now we're going to add a policy in Jamf Pro. All right, let's go into policies. And then we're going to call it something like Jamf Protect hash dump detected. All right, we're going to set a custom trigger, because this is what Jamf Protect uses when they detect something on the Mac. And we're going to do it ongoing. We're going to make it available offline. And then let's go to the scripts. We'll add our IBM notifier script that we just created. So here we can add those details that we just entered. So bar title, just some random message for now. And then you can add a custom image. So this can be anything from showing them maybe like a screenshot of what they can do or what's going on. You can even show them a a movie that's on the Mac. So you can package it up first and then show it to the user. We're just going to add a small image for now. Let's add this one. Okay, so that's all good. So remember we created the smart group earlier that uses the extension attribute that we created. So let's add that in as well. Computer groups, Jamf Protect detection. All right, then we're all done. Let's go to our test Mac. The easiest way to see if the profile has been installed is of course to go to System Preferences, then go to Profiles, and then here you see the proper test plan. If you want to be absolutely sure, you can also use a terminal. We have a local binary which you can use, which is protectctl. If you add info to that, you get some info about your local Jamf Protect installation. So you see things like the uptime, the version of the Jamf Protect binary which is running, the status, the tenant you're connected to, and also the plan ID. And the plan ID you can of course compare to the plan ID in your online Jamf Protect tenant. So just go to your tenant, then go to plans, and then if you click on the proper plan, you get an ID in the URL, and you can just compare to that. But of course there's also another way to do it, because here you see the hash, and as you might have noticed, the protectctl command also outputs the plan hash. So you can easily compare it if you ever have any case of things not deploying right away. Alright, this is looking good, but of course we want to have a look at the pop-up we've been creating for the last few minutes. In order to do that, we're going to have to run a hashdump command, because of course we added the proper connection into the hashdump command in the Jamf Protect side. So I just ran a hashdump command using this command. And if we look at the Jamf Protect console, let's switch back real quick, and we go to alerts. And here we see a hashdump detected. We see the path of the binary that was used, and we also see all the process arguments. So exactly what the malicious user or script or malware has been trying to use to gain access to some private data. And of course we should see the pop-up real quick. There it already is. So we have our custom image here in the middle, then we have the title here, the subtitle and some text, and of course the button. You can also connect this button to some scripting, and of course this is just the beginning, because you can use the same principle to push out profiles or scripts or any other content that you would usually push out with Jamf Pro. I hope you had fun. See you at JNUC. Bye bye. I really hope you enjoyed our session. Please join us for our yearly Jamf Nation User Conference, or JNUC. This year, just like last year, it's going to be virtual, and you'll be able to view hundreds of technical sessions led by the people at Jamf, but also from our customers and partners. And you can register fully free of charge and enjoy amazing content from Jamf. Again, thank you very much, and see you next time.